And thanks to our teams who continue to keep us all connected, doing essential work from home and as need be in the field or our central offices. One of the most interesting and coolest parts of this is neighborhoods are now seeing more of our trucks and vans as our techs garage from home, and others, you're seeing here, supporting them from home as well, figuring out ways to work to keep their teammates connected and to keep our customers connected ultimately. Well, good afternoon again. It is noon here on the East Coast, 9 a.m. out in the West. Right now for our folks in India, 9:30 p.m. in the evening, and for the teams in the UK, it is 4 in the afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are going around the world again today with some of our updates. You'll hear from Hans, you'll hear from Christy, and you'll also hear from Kevin Service, who is the leader of our wireline network organization. So many of you with questions from that organization, so I wanted to bring him on to answer some of those. But here we are again in our up-to-speed format that we're going with this week. So let's get right to the updates, starting with Hans. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon or good morning, good night, wherever you are. Great seeing all the V-teamers virtually. As usual at noon, it starts to feel like a good model to have this conversation. Let me start by reiterating our work here. Our work is very clear, is the safe and healthy of all of us, all employees. That's our number one priority. We work with that 24/7. And secondly, of course, is to keep up the networks all around the globe to see that they are actually working for many of our customers and the society in general, because it's so important in this time and critical when it comes to having that type of connectivity. Just speaking about, we released this morning a couple of stats from the networks in the US, and I will just give them some of you because I think it's important to understand. We told you already last week that gaming was up 75% in the network in the US, and VPN connections was up 30%. And of course, that tells you a little bit about the pattern. But we can also say that we have roughly 9 billion text messages a day right now in the US and 800 million calls a day. That might not say so much to all of you, but what it is according to Kyle and his team, that's actually the peak that we usually have at Mother's Day or New Year's Eve, when people are texting the most or making calls on Mother's Day. That's what we have in the network right now. And actually the calls, they are roughly 33% longer than a normal day. So it tells me that people are actually communicating much more and using our network much more. We can also say that the mobile handoffs in the wireless networks, where you move between one cell to another, is down 27% in the US. That means that clearly people are moving around much less in the country right now, and they're staying home. All that and the growth in the network that we have, the network is keeping up very well. We are getting a lot of kudos from customers, partners, consumers, talking about how great the network is performing. I cannot thank enough the technology team, the field operations for doing that terrific work every day to see that the network is staying up is so crucial in these days. And as I told you on some previous live cast, I talk to a lot of big enterprises these days to see that they actually can bring their workforce home and see that it's working. So clearly, it's working, and you're doing a terrific job. We can also see on the global, from a global point of view, that a lot of our customers are asking for a lot more capacity from our enterprise group. We're working global to see that they get it as well, and I think we're doing a great job. And as we have here in the US, we see also a lot of work from home. In Philippines, basically 600 people moved in one day to work from home. India, we're doing the same, which is 2 big hubs for us when it comes to employee. I thank you all for doing that work. So in general, I think we're doing great work with both our missions here, keep our employee safety, at the same time see that the networks are up. Finally, I talked yesterday about what we're doing for the most vulnerable customers in the US with more data, with sort of not passing on any late fees, etc. But I can also say that we're also excited that we was awarded yesterday from the Los Angeles Unified School District, which is the second biggest school district in the US, that we will supply them with the internet to all the children that doesn't have internet in that district, which is more than 100,000. So that's also part of what we need to do in these days when things are changing. We need to supply totally new things. So I think that's the update from today. A lot of hard work across the globe and in all our teams. And again, I can only extend a big thank you, but I also see what I asked for yesterday, more work to see that we are back to a lot of things that we actually need to address in a business as usual. So back to you, Jeremy.
Thank you, Hans. I do appreciate that. I also mentioned Kevin Service is on with us today. Kevin leads the Wireline Network organization team that's doing a heck of a lot out there. He's joining us from his office at 6 Boone Square, the central office actually in Boston. So Kev, how are things for you and the team?
Hey, Jeremy. Hi, team. Hope you're doing well. We're doing okay. I'd also like to echo my thanks to the team with a special thank you to all the frontline employees that are keeping our customers connected in what is truly an unprecedented situation. You know, we have folks out every day connecting customers that have medical emergency issues, that are working from home, that have a need to communicate with their families. We have folks that need to be connected for schooling needs, for educational purposes, and obviously first responders in critical care facilities like hospitals. And one of the things that's become so apparent to me and the team, Jeremy, is that never has the work that we do been so important as it is right now. You know, keeping the world connected during a time of what is physical separation. So just a giant thank you to all of you for what you're doing. We want you to know that it's recognized and very much appreciated. If I could also make a comment on safety, because I know that issue has arisen recently. Safety has always been our mantra, and it always will be. Safety comes first, connecting our customers comes second. We want to do both, but if faced with a choice, safety always wins. So you need to stay home if you don't feel well and take care of yourself. If you are at work, wash your hands frequently. Soap and water is available. We've provided and we have water coolers on our vehicles that folks can mix up soap and water with to wash frequently, to use to wipe down tools, surfaces that they're working on, the insides of their vehicles. We know sanitizer is in short supply, and we're working hard with our supply chain partners to prioritize that and make it available to you. We have a shipment that's due in next week, and we're even mixing our own in some of our facilities. So washing your hands is great, but sanitizer will be available shortly to supplement that. And lastly, the point I'd like to make is that if you ever find yourself in a situation in which you're not comfortable, notify your local manager. We don't have all the answers. We're figuring this out together with you. Safety first. If you're not comfortable, contact your manager, and we'll figure it out together. Okay, back to you, Jeremy.
Hey, Kevin, thanks so much for the update there. Some more questions for Kevin coming in from the team here shortly, so appreciate that. Now let's head over to our HR leader, Christy, for an update with her today. Christy, good afternoon.
Thanks, Jeremy. Great to be here again talking to all the V-teamers. And thanks for so many of you that tuned in yesterday to our first virtual webcast, and great feedback for us as we try to stay connected with all of you. My quick highlights, so we can save the time for Q&A, is really our giant focus this week is that we've moved over 100,000 of our V-teamers to a work-at-home environment. And so now we're really working at speed to help folks get the tools they need to work from home and the training they need to do their job from home. And so this week already, we've trained over 20,000 V-teamers on how to move to a work-at-home environment for customer support and sales support. And we're going to be doing more of that in the upcoming weeks. We're also hard at work with the leaders that have new teams at home whose maybe primary functions can't be done from home. So particularly we're working with Krista and the retail team and leaders in VBG as well to figure out how we can help their teams be redeployed or assist with customer support in other ways, be it solutions, voice, chat, conferencing and other products and capabilities we want to still keep live for our customers during this time and keep our V-teamers able to work productively from home. So lots going on there to enable the work from home and get people the training and support they need to do that. Another thing I want to highlight is by the end of this week, through VZ Web, we're going to have available on our job recruiting pages a portlet where managers can post temporary assignments that folks can do from work from home. So we've built out the platform and the capability, and we'll now be working with managers so they know how they can populate that with those temporary assignments. So in addition to all the massive retraining and skilling that we're doing to give folks options in their units for how to be productive at home, we're also going to have a portal where people can find out ways they can add value and contribute, because we know from letters we've gotten from many of you out there, you want to know how you can help and what you can do. Then lastly, I would just offer on a maybe a little more serious note, we know that this is a very stressful time for many people, and we have our V2V fund that is there to help folks with emergency and natural disasters. We also know that during this time with everybody working from home, this is also a time where there could be an increase in risk for our employees dealing with domestic violence situations. So we just want to remind everybody that the V2V fund is there if you need support for emergency relief related to that situation. And that's been a critical cause that Verizon has focused on over the years. And we want to reach out. Some of you have reached out to the Ask Christy mailbox about that. And we just want to know we're here for you. And then finally, before we throw it open to questions, Jeremy, I mentioned yesterday, we really want, if you have coronavirus or you're not feeling well, please call, please share that with us so we can not only get the process of communication inside the company managed well, but we also have activated case management so that the benefit teams will be following up through on-staff doctor and nursing support we have through Anthem in the U.S. and other services outside the U.S. so we can be in contact with the employee and make sure they're getting care and getting the right access to services while they're battling coronavirus. Thanks, Jeremy. Back to you.
Hey, Christy, thank you so much for that update. So as you said, let's jump right into questions since we have Kevin with us here today as our featured guest. Kevin, we know you have employees out there serving our customers currently. Tell us the kinds of work they're doing and the kinds of work that they won't be doing as this progresses on for us.
Sure. I'd be happy to. Quite simply, what we're doing is the installation and maintenance of critical services that keep our customers connected in this difficult time. So more specifically, what that means, installation and maintenance for our FiOS and our high-speed internet, broadband, and voice services. And we're doing some video installations where they're attached to a broadband or voice order. We're doing critical preventative maintenance work in our central offices to ensure network reliability, and we're continuing to build our network. We're trying to focus on providing fiber capacity to ensure quality of service, and obviously with that construction force responding to public safety issues as they arise, like pole issues and governmental and critical provider requests. So I think of it as critical demand services. Some of the work that we're not doing, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that much of this was developed based on feedback we got from our frontline employees as they're out doing their jobs. So we started deferring dispatches for all the non-critical work like speed upgrades for FiOS customers that would require a dispatch. We stopped doing dispatches on set-top box ads. Any customer service affecting requests, we stopped. We stopped all of our hardware upgrades in customers' homes. We stopped our copper to fiber migrations. We stopped video-only orders. So if a customer orders just video service, that's not critical. We're not going to roll until this is over. And most recently, if a customer has a video order tied to a broadband or voice order with multiple set-top boxes on it, we've restricted that so that we'll only dispatch on one set-top box, all with the goal of getting our folks in and out of the house quickly. So a lot of changes for us and a lot of ways of working differently that will continue to evolve.
Yeah, Kev, thanks for that. And you mentioned, it's a level of pride for these folks. They equate it to, keeping people connected after Superstorm Sandy or even after 9/11. How has the way that your teams are working changed since the beginning of the coronavirus emergency? And then how are your folks keeping themselves safe?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, this team has been through a lot. 9/11, Superstorm Sandy, you mentioned, multiple major emergencies and storms. So it's a resilient team for sure. And the team responds best in crises like this. But this is truly unprecedented, and we're all learning and innovating and reacting to this one together. The thing that strikes me is the partnership that we've seen across the business with human resources, with labor relations, with our friends in GTS, supply chain, the business units, the CWA, and the IBEW. Everybody's pulled together to make sure that we're doing the right things for both our employees and our customers. And a couple of things that we've changed pretty dramatically as a result of this. Work at home. We have almost 3,000 center and support employees working from home right now, serving our field forces and our customers. That's brand new to us. We've never had a work at home model. We have thousands of field employees, thousands, that are bringing their trucks home at night and home garaging so that they can respond to customer requests from their homes versus coming into a garage. Where that's not possible, we've deployed our fleet and our tools to central offices to keep folks out of these central garage locations. And with some of our bigger vehicles, like our line trucks, our digger derricks, the team has found creative ways to garage them in public spaces like supermarket parking lots, schoolyards. And even in New York City, we're using Yankee Stadium and Citi Field parking lots to deploy trucks from there so that we can respond without bringing everybody together in an aggregated workforce. A couple of smaller things we're doing. I know a lot of our construction forces work in two-person crews. Where people are concerned about that, we're working to split them and have 2 trucks go out to a site. In many instances, folks are comfortable working together because they have for years, so we're not forcing that issue. If they want to stay together, 2's okay, we'll let that happen, but if you're uncomfortable, we'll split it. In our central offices, we're limiting access to our vendors for work that we otherwise would not have limited, and where we have multiple people reporting to that office, we're asking them to report to different floors to keep them separate. So we've even relaxed some of the requirements for our in-home work that we wouldn't normally do in a BAU environment. And again, it's all designed to respond quickly to critical needs, but keep our folks safe. So just a lot of changes.
Safety priority number one. Kevin, thanks for those updates. Christy, want to jump over to you. There have been a couple questions about this. You mentioned the job board or redeployment of looking at things. Michael wants to know, are there any specific areas you all are looking at that people could expect when that's rolled out later this week?
I think a big area that we're focusing on right now, we've got a big backlog of support for our normal calls into the call centers. It's been obviously pretty disruptive to shut our centers and try to get people equipment and set them up to go work at home when they previously weren't trained to do that or didn't have the assets to do that and such. So as the leaders of our, for example, call center operations try to catch up, so to speak, for sure, we're trying to ramp resources and find ways to get them caught up because we do want to be able to get through the backlog of tickets and things that we have. We've had to respond very, very nimbly as centers around the world were affected by coronavirus, and now we're 97% to 100% work at home in VBG, where literally 1 week ago, sitting here, we probably were 10% work at home. So that's part of it. And then I think separately in consumer, trying to figure out how do we support customers and deliver all of our products and capabilities to them in a completely different way. They're used to walking into a retail store and maybe doing some shopping and engaging with one of our agents to learn more about products for their small business or for their home that could help them achieve their goals. And now we're going to be trying to do that in a more remote way, but with some ports of entry for coverage of the geography of the U.S., in particular, and some of the other countries, but in a much more reduced way. So there's a complete backlog in those areas we're trying to help work through for service. And you heard Kevin mention the amount of calls that we've got dispatch stacked up. So we're going to try to figure out what of those things can we try to enable in a different way. And then I think in the corporate staff groups and in media and IT, there could be project work or, 5-7 hours of I could use some help on some data analytics, or I've got some projects that are on the back burner because the folks doing them are on crisis response. So it's possible that other V-teamers would be able to pick up and keep some of the BAU work going or some of our future-facing project work going so that, as we emerge from the coronavirus crisis that's facing the world, and we know we will emerge from it, we're ready and we can pick up where we left off.
All right, Christy, thanks so much. Hans, coming to you next, and you were on Fox Business News this morning, obviously keeping the market updated as to what we're doing, but also what type of things are you hearing from other company leaders around the world, as well as customers who might be reaching out to you?
So I think that I talked to probably, I'm not sure how many CEOs yesterday. The majority of them, of course, are doing a lot of things that we are doing, bringing the staff to work from home. But many also have critical infrastructure, like the CEO of the banks that I talked to, which need to keep up the banking system and a certain amount of stores open. So I talked to them. When I talk to them, is of course understanding if we are helping them to offload the network and see that they actually can work from home. I think that's very critical, and what they reach out. They ask a lot about the wireless network, how it's holding up, because they are of course worried if it is so critical to all the communication. We reassure them that we have the best team in the industry, and we're working to see that we keep the network up. And as I told you yesterday, we also got some extra spectrum that we can use for especially critical areas when it comes to deploying more capacity. So I think that for me, in interaction is more reassuring them that we have all the hands on deck to see that they can continue to run their business. And that was also part of the question we got from Fox this morning. Of course, Fox was also very interesting in the data that we can bring out from the network and telling how this is changing the nature of how people are living and working in the US right now, because it's a huge change which we're seeing in the network. And I think many of them are also surprised that we can cope with it. I'm not surprised, because as you heard from Kevin, with that frontline employees and with the people in the NOCs and how we have been deploying our network from the beginning, having network as a strategy is actually paying off right now in the US, in the rest of the world. And I'm truly happy for that, and that we stay true to that strategy regardless of times. And that is really paying off for all the constituencies and the stakeholders we're working with.
Good, thanks. Kev, quick over to you before we go to final thoughts here. What are you hearing through your teams or directly from customers that they're supporting in their time of need right now?
Yeah, I mean, the stories are countless, Jeremy. Everyone is a critical dispatch. Just a couple of examples. Gary, otherwise known as Igor, out of 79th Street, one of our walking technicians in Manhattan, installed service yesterday for a customer that had to move from Brooklyn to Manhattan and was required to work from home. So without us, wouldn't have been able to work from home. We have a technician, Kendrick Thompson, out of Virginia, that repaired service yesterday for a cancer patient that needed to stay connected with their doctors. Another technician out of Virginia, Marcella Hancock, did a job and restored service for a customer that was wheelchair bound, obviously providing them with much needed security and safety. And just this morning, we had a discussion about a request from Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City, asking if we'd be available to do the work to upgrade a 10 gig circuit to support their remote workers. And of course, the answer from the team is, of course we will. That's what this team does. They respond best in a crisis, and it's clear that everyone's pulling in that direction. So final word from me would be thank you to the team again, and appreciate everything you're doing and the sacrifices you're making.
Kevin, thank you so much for joining us. And again, thanks to your team out there doing all the work, and all the folks who are retail stores, CEOs, working from home, finance, you name it, global tech services. Thank you all so much. Hans, final thoughts for us today.
I think that I said yesterday, we are in uncharted times, but it also has to be that we are treating this as a normal times, and or the new normal. Communication in between us, continue to work with the work tasks we have, supporting colleagues and friends and partners in these times becomes even more important. And of course, we're a leader. We're going to continue to lead. You're going to see us in the forefront, but always with our priorities. The priority, safety and health for us, the employees, and then seeing that this critical infrastructure that we have across the globe and here in the US, of course, is up running so people can continue to do the work. Critical first responders have their tools, what they need for saving lives. So all that, I think, is going into what we're doing every day and how we are performing as a company right now. And this is going to be so important for us as a company, but also for how people will view us in the future, how we show up in this crisis. And I'm so pleased to hear how Kevin and his team is working on the front line equally much as the stores and all of that, and how we are listening to those missions we have, but still doing an outstanding job. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, V-teamers. We're soon back here again, basically tomorrow.
Thanks for the reminder, Hans. And like Hans says, we'll be back with you tomorrow at noon. Don't forget a lot of resources for you out there on the web that you can make sure you're staying up to date with, both on Inside Verizon, VZ Web, and the street for our folks out there at Verizon Media. You can always watch the replays to get the latest information. Now, hearing a lot of folks saying, hey, we need something uplifting to help us through this. We're saying connect with people, do a little daily workout where you can. And I just got an email from Leslie Murillo in the live at Verizon.com mailbox. So Leslie, this one is for you. This is a customer story that we're going to bring to you. Someone who is so thankful for the bandwidth because this working mother who's now working at home as an entrepreneur has 3 kids doing schooling from home. And she just is so thankful for Verizon Fios. So I want to leave you with that today. We'll see you back here at noon Eastern tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, everyone. We're living in historic times, and it's good to hear different perspectives. Tamar from Tallulah Active is a personal trainer and a mom with 3 kids at home now. Let's talk to her and see what's going on with her.
Hey, everyone. What's up? Welcome to my home. My kids right now are on their virtual classes. We got 1. You should be actually watching the screen. 2 and 3. I said to myself, how am I gonna do this? I don't understand how anyone's gonna do this. It's just not the norm. Luckily, I got an incredible schedule from the school for virtual learning. And then I thought, oh my God, this is very new age. Learning online, that's wild. I have 3 kids, grades 4, 3, and 1, and they're all learning at the same time. We have 2 iPads, a computer, and when they're in school, I'm on Instagram, I'm on my phone, so we're using it all. We're using it all up. Everything's been going really smoothly, and thank God for that, because if that weren't working, this whole situation would be so much worse. I cannot even imagine what life would be like without internet. I am so grateful that we have internet in 2020 and how fast it works. It's unbelievable. Thank God for Verizon. I would be nothing without internet.